Hello everyone, welcome to our training video. So today we are going to talk about buying process, marketing tool, and the TREB MLS. There's some tool we can use. One is for the RealNet, another one is Contact. So if you never subscribe our Office YouTube channel, please subscribe. And if you have any question, please feel free to discuss. Alright, let's start. So this is the contents we're going to talk about today. The first one is the marketing tool and how to handle the telephone. Second one, we're going to talk about the Connect, how to use, why we should use. The last one, we talk about RealNet. What is RealNet? So before we talk about the telephone, I believe lots of the new salesperson always complain, I don't have a client. Maybe I only have a few friends, few relatives, maybe myself on the buyer side, sell the property. And there's no buyer, no seller, no client. So the first thing I always suggest our client or our agent, you should have advertising. Even you're brand new, just new start, you should spend a little bit of money for the advertising, because the advertising can bring you lots of the potential client. So this is a self-employed business, is independent contractor. So you have to take care of your own business. You don't need to come to office like a Monday, Friday, but you should know how are you going to run your business. So first, think about how and where, how much you should to spend money for advertising. Because a lot of people, the advertising can bring your client. So we talk about the phone call, how to use a telephone. There's three things you should to consider. First thing is when you use a phone, you always think about the final thing is you have to meet the client. Telephone is very convenient. You can quick to call client, quick to send a message. But there's lots of the transaction. If you never face-to-face meet your client, you don't know the client is a serious buyer or not. And if the client they cannot go physically to see the property, only from the email, from the website, maybe this is not the property they like from the feeling. Remember, face-to-face meeting is your goal when you use the phone. When you use a telephone, first thing you should always forget everything when you answer the phone. Maybe you are busy, maybe you have nothing to do, but when you answer the phone, concentrate on your conversation. Pick up the phone. Second one, always ask for appointment. Lots of people when they pick up the phone, always the client ask a question, you answer the question. When they hang up the phone, there's no appointment. So this is a fail of the phone use. Last one is always give the basic information, because there's lots of the advertising, lots of the information. You should always give the basic. If you give all the details, you teach your client how to do the real estate business, then the client, they don't need you, because we are the professional. We have to give the advice. We looks like a consultant. So that is what we are making for living. Okay, so next, before we let the people to call you, you should have first you have a good advertising ads. Remember those 3 or 4 things in your ads, because lots of people said ads, I never think about the ads, I should pay attention for my ads. So 4 things you should include in your ads advertising. First one, attention, can catch the people public eyes. Second one is interest, people like to read and they want to get more information. The third one is desire. The people really want own it. Something push them to do it. The last one is called action. Action is when the people see your ads, see your advertising, and what you want the people to do. They should have action. Okay, so let's see. We have a sample. This is a sample because we usually, when I was new, I always prepare the newspaper advertising in the last 15 minutes of the Tuesday, because Tuesday is a deadline, 5 o'clock, usually 4:45. When I go to MLS, search for some listing, and download the picture, write down the information, even sometimes just copy the client remark for client, and I don't even to do lots of the details for those. So see the first left one or the right one. The first left one is very general advertising. The right one is we use for integration of the advertising. We use this picture you should always use. Second one is attention. I use Richmond Hill #1 high school and use the color is red and use a bold font. The people will easy to see because lots of people they see looking for the property to find the #1 high school. We'll have let them get the attention. This is the first one. Second one, remember second one is interest. Interest, people have an interest. I use a 5-bedroom. Lots of the property they only have a 4-bedroom. So this is I use a really fun 5-bedroom. So this is second one. Third one is called desire. So I use do you want to live in a good community? I believe this question is answer is always be a yes, positive, not negative. Last one, action. Action is please call now. Why? Because this is will be sold soon. So this is just give you the sample. If you want to prepare the advertising, use those four. One, attention. Second one, interest. Third one, desire. Last one, action. I believe this can bring you lots of the potential call or potential client, can increase your lots of the transactions if you use it properly. Okay, next one, we still continue to talk about the prepare when the handle the phone. Don't forget their name. Usually when we knew we were very nervous, and when the phone ringing, we scare the phone ringing. But you have to put your pen, put your notepad in everywhere. When the phone ringing, you should always ask their name, get the phone number, always make appointment. This is 3 things you should very be careful. And the next one is a professional people will always answer the phone on the third ring. The reason is, if you answer too quick, maybe the client, they will think you are nothing to do. They won't feel comfortable. If you answer the phone, maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes, people maybe hang up. That's to not, the people will probably walk away. Second one is a smell when you pick up the phone. Smell. This is free, but the people can feel it. Next one is you should always use opening. Home life landmark. This is Sammy speaking. What can I do for you? Maybe you can use your own, create your own. The next one, I will suggest you acknowledge the seller's interest, caller's interest. Place them on hold. Maybe, for example, people say, "Oh, I see you have advertising in the newspaper. I want to see the property." Let them know this property is very hot. Lots of people are very interested in this property. This is a good property. This is in the best of the neighborhood. Let them feel they are acknowledged. So this is the next one. Can you please hold on for a second? I will bring the information for you. And usually people will hold. Why we ask them to hold? The reason is we want to gain the control. When you bring the information from MLS, and then you come back and serve for hold. My name is Sammy Yang. Can I have your name? In case of phone get a disconnect, which number can I get you back? So this is, when you after you hold back, so you can answer them question, ask a name, ask a number, and usually you will see, which property, which advertising, which you find for which advertising you find, and where let you feel you have to call me to find more information. You have to ask questions. But lots of people, they will say, oh, I just want to know the address. Can you tell me the address? I want to go there, take a look. I don't want to waste your time. So this is usually the people will say, where is the property located? Sometimes they will say, I'd like to know the exact address. Some people will say, I'd like to meet you the property. This is a common question they will ask. What is down payment? And why do you want the selling? What is the price? Will the homeowner take less? Oh, I want to bring my family member, brother-in-law, whatever. He know everything about the real estate. So this is real estate. This is a common question. Last guy, they waste my time. I prefer not to give my information. So how are you going to answer those questions? I think for most of the new salesperson, this is pretty difficult because you never face any of these questions. But when in the business for a while, you will feel this is a very common question. And there's no standard way, but this is just to give you some idea. Always, think about why do you want to ask. Is there any reason? What is the question behind this question? What is their think? What is the motivation? What is the purpose behind the question? Sometimes, they just ask. You don't need to answer. So, for the first one, where is the property located? So this is to give the sample. The property is located. Usually we use Bayview and Major Mike. Are you familiar with this area? Or is this area you're looking for? So we just give the very basic information. We will use a question to answer the question. Next, I'd like the exact address. So the answer is I'd happy give you the address, Miss or Mrs. However, normally one of the condition of the agreement with the seller is that we have to accommodate any of the prospective buyer to the property. I am free now, or would be 3 today will be better. See, this is always use just one of the general answer. Ask a question. Next one. I will meet you the property. So this answer is fine. However, our office is not far from the property. To avoid the possibility of missing one another, can you come to office 1 or 3 will be better. Same. Why they are selling? So this is really lots of people. When we have a training, we discuss lots on this question. I always ask our agent, can you share some of your idea? If you are the agent, your buyer can ask you why they are selling. Everyone give a different answer, but I think this is to give the general answer is I don't have the file in my desk. How long, Miss? How long are you looking for the property? Oh, I will happy to give you the information for you. Which number can I get you back when I have your? So this is there's no any of the formal answer, standard answer, but you have to know the buyer is our client. If the buyer send a BRA with us, we own the fiduciary duty to them. So there's always we tell client 2 things we cannot disclose. One is the best price if we represent our client. First one, best price. Second one, motivation. So if you can answer your client like this. You are my client. Usually when selling a property or representing a client, there's 2 things cannot disclose. One is the best price, one is the motivation. So even I can ask a seller agent, but maybe we cannot trust. So next question. I want to bring my brother-in-law. He know everything about the real estate. So for this question, I want to point out is you have to talk nicely to your client. You are very fortunate have someone to advise you. But most of the friends or relative, they only give the suggestions against the purchase. It's not a help. They only find the problem. It's not help them to get the deal go through. So maybe I can ask first one is your relative or your family. This person, are they going to the name on the title will be on the title? If not on the title, you shouldn't consider their suggestion. First one, if they are name on title. Second one, are they going to live with you after you purchase the property? Most of the people will not. So if they are not living with you in this new property, so forget about their suggestion, advice. The last one is, are they going to invest any money on this property? If no, same thing. Alright, so this is a very quick video for the how to handle the phone. There's a last I cannot talk, just use a few minutes, but I will suggest you, when you have a client, after maybe a few months later, when you have a client, come back, rewatch this video, you will have a different feeling. Okay, next one, we'll quickly go to Toronto MLS Stratus. They have lots of the function. There's one good function is connect. Log into MLS. Once you log in, and on the left side, you will see the link. Under the link, you will see the connect. So why we should use connect? Click and accept. The basically connect is we as agent, we have a license in Ontario. We can trade, buying, selling any real estate in the whole Ontario. You cannot go out of the Ontario, not only Toronto area, GTA area, but the whole Ontario. But we are a member of the TREB. That means we only have a membership with the TREB, the GTA area. But if there's any your client looking for the property out of TREB listing, we use connect. So remember, if your client looking for the GTA property, you don't need this. If your client looking for the property out of TREB area, maybe Hamilton, Ottawa, Niagara Falls, any of the property, you don't need to give up this deal because we have a license can do it. So you try to use connect to search property. Let's use a sample. We have maybe some client looking for the property in the Hamilton. First, log in and go find the Realtor Association of Hamilton, Burlington, Niagara Falls. So click and click residential. And don't forget the board map, because each board they have their own map. If you don't have a map, you don't know how to use area, municipality, and communities. Click the map. You will see Hamilton, they have a different area, different municipality, and different communities. We quickly find out the Hamilton McMaster, if there's a client looking for property near McMaster. So we know that is west area is Hamilton West, and we know is 11 is a municipality, and we know community is triple 1. Based on those information you search from map, we go to search. First one, Hamilton West, municipality, Hamilton 11, community 111. And then you go search for the price range, or there's like detached, whatever. But anyway, I just use sample. Use a count. You will find how many 16 properties available. So this is different with the TREB. TREB, they have automatically count. But if you use this, you have to manually click count. You will find out how many available property. Click submit. You will see the property, every property. But this is one of the property listing price, what is seller's name, and the legal description, and even the commission, how much, call the listing brokerage, book appointment, remark of a client, remark of a broker. Same as like a TREB, if you prepare the offer. And because every agent, we graduate from our area. So this the second one is I use a different board Niagara Falls to find that there's a van factory, 2.3 million, and also this is a good deal, but you can find any property from the whole Ontario. But right now there's only few board complimentary. You don't need to pay the membership. They give the TREB members complimentary. It's free to access to their board. It's not every board, but only few board. So good luck. If you have any client, try to find the user connect. But if you find there's a board is not in the connect, so I will suggest you use realtor.ca. Realtor.ca, they will find all the property from the local board. Call the listing brokerage, ask them give you the broker full, and yeah, you can put the offer. Or you can refer to the local agent. It's the same thing, because we can get a 15% of 25% of the referral fees. The last one is called RealNet. RealNet is a very good handy function we can use. That is for pre-construction inventory available right now. It's not finished yet, but you can search for the inventory for pre-construction. It's the same under the link. You will find the RealNet. Click. So they have three different functions, but one commercial, one is coming soon, one is a new home. For my experiences, you forget about the commercial, forget about the coming soon. Just click new home. There's only one we use, is called new home. For commercial, forget this all the transaction, and just give you a sample. You know how much they purchase, which bank they use, what is mortgage. Okay, let's use new home. New home is we use two sample. First one, if your client are looking for the freehold detached house, it's pre-construction, like Richmond Hill, Newmarket, Aurora, Vaughan, whatever, any city, you can first search all low-rise. Low-rise include detached link and a semi-detached townhouse. You can select all. Next, select the municipality. You can choose Aurora, King City, Markham, Richmond Hill. I will use Richmond Hill as sample. You will find that there's last. If they have a yes, that means they have a call up with a brokerage. If they have a no or call first, maybe they are not call up with the brokerage. So if they see no, that means even they have sales office, but you bring your client to go there, they are not call up with a brokerage for the new home. Let's click one of the yes. You see this is the builder name, project name, sales office phone number. This is very useful. And how much the commission for the freehold, usually they give very less commission. And the price, when they are closing completion day, this is many years ago I used. So you see the occupancy is 2014, but right now you find the new one. And they have location, they have all of those information. Just to give you an idea, where you can find the pre-construction. You don't need to go drive your car and to find the pre-construction for your client. Just use the RealNet to find. This is all the builder they have registers here. Second one we use is called a high-rise. High-rise include the townhouse, condominium townhouse, include the free condominium, include the loft. So we use one of the sample. For example, there's someone ask you, can you find some construction, pre-construction, young and furnished, young and sharper. So you can find the resale, but of course, if they are not rushed to move in, you can find the inventory for the pre-construction. Go to C7, C14, high rise. You can choose occupancy, the date. So this is a very good function you can use, because sometimes the people say, I want to find some property within 2 years, within 1 year I can occupancy. So, but of course you can leave blank. So this is the option. Search. Once you search, you will find all the development project from the builder. But this is all usually give the 4% commission. Total is yours. 4% is very good. And click each of that you see lots of they have a commission, good commission, and they have all the information here. I will suggest you first call the sales office. Second one, confirm how much the commission they will pay, where it's the project and when they close, what's the location, what's the down payment, what's the payment structure. All the information is here. You don't need to ask anyone. You can learn everything here for the pre-construction. And this is for the status, like currently the pre-construction status floor plan. You can click a floor plan. They have different floor plan you can choose for your client. And side plan. So this is you can call the sales office, see if they have any inventory available. If yes, make appointment, bring your client, go to sales office. So very good deal. Try and good luck. So coming soon is one of the features. If you wanted to see there's any of the new project that will coming out in the next few years, they will announce from here. Alright, so this is for the today's video training. We have one is how to handle the telephone, the marketing training. Second one is Connect. The next one is RealNet for the pre-construction. Alright, good luck for everyone, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.